Chat.
Hi, chat.
And viewers out there in radio, TV land. Welcome back to Game Arena. We are here. The Collegiate Tournament. Tournament of Colleges.
The Ohio Collegiate Overwatch Tournament.
Is that what it's called?
Yes?
Someone should have written that down for me. Yes. I'm getting confirmation from off screen. Oh, hey. The Ohio Overwatch Collegiate. It's right there.
Oh, it's an invitational.
Invitational. Which means we extended invitations to each of these people. We are coming back here in a few moments with our next match.
Because we're not back now.
No.
We're
back, kind of.
This is your imagination.
I mean, we're here. I mean, we're back, but...
I don't like having this little voice in the back. It's like, no, we're back.
Yeah. No, you're wrong.
Just discrediting.
There's only enough room for two egos on this board, and ours are big enough as it is. Route
I
66.
think that could get a little bigger.
Don't make it weird. I need a bath. Who are we seeing today? Oh, that's right. University of Cincinnati versus University of Akron. The Zips versus the
Bears?
Sports Club. Just as esports club.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati's a Bearcats,
Bearcat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that picked up on the
Did
lights.
not. University of Cincinnati. Just listen to what we just said. University of Cincinnati defending here on Route 66. University of Akron making the
attackers incoming.
Akron
30 seconds.
having a pretty impressive showing last time they were on this map. Able to make it all the way to the end with a couple of minutes left.
Stelk, I don't think you can curdle milk steak.
Why is milk? Okay, I regret so deeply that I made that joke because now the fact that Milkshake is living so deeply in the chat.
Oh no! Do we actually have a milk steak command in the chat?
Incoming.
Oh, good.
No.
Stop the payload.
Oh, good.
No.
Oh, we've started.
Yeah, we're in the match. I was just saying, because nothing's really happening. The only thing to note is University of Cincinnati sitting further back on that point, letting them get around that corner, not really being too aggressive. A little bit of focus. But there's the setup, and there's... Oh! Wow, strong actions. She gets taken down by Jaden.
Jaden coming up on the flank with that Ice Witch.
University of Akron coming with that same energy that they did the first time, although they are forgetting the payload, which happens sometimes when you get a little too excited.
There's a payload?
University of Cincinnati pushing along to the left, kind of waiting, holding their time, biding it, waiting for the best opportunity. There's their force forward. Not good. Not as good timing. As
okay, those interesting spots to
Chase
stop
able to stand on point, still keeping the thing moving forward, keeping the payload going ahead.
This is looking pretty dominant from Akron so far.
It's pretty typical of what we saw from them last time they were on this map.
Let's keep it going.
Steadily pushing forward, not too much difficulty in handling the defenses of Cincinnati. Cincinnati kind of setting up, getting ready for the next spot. Pushing up in that little corner. Chu doing a good job of just, poking from a distance. There goes Jaden. Popping that ult. Keeping all of Cincinnati at bay. That's all he needs to do. It's not necessarily about locking down kills, it's about keeping him at bay. He does get taken down by Carbon. Carbon, moving forward, trying to get on that point and just stop its forward movement.
Got some very loud jets in the audience.
Smiles. Keeping some distance, getting a couple of hot shots to pharmacy combo.
So far, UC is really not slowing Akron very much.
Yeah. Akron not really having too much difficulty just handling this. Pushing solidly forward. Carbon about to get his ult.
My ultimate is almost
University of Cincinnati
Start over.
doing their best, kind of
Ultimate is ready.
manage. They do have a barrage and a dragon strike and a gravity well, so there's a fair combo just sitting on the board. Are they going to be able to utilize it before they get that payload? Doesn't look like it as Akron's able to get that second payload point.
I don't disagree with their being a little bit slow and trying to regroup here, but they've really got to.
Ooh, good stun coming out of Mop Top.
Look at that three-point throw.
Sorry. Magic.
Chasing has just been
A couple of ult changes, but nothing really getting committed. No one really getting taken down.
Again, we're not really slowing the payload.
Seems to be pretty consistently moving. Strong gravity well. Woo!
Oh, welcome to the jam.
With a full team kill coming out of University of Akron, University of Cincinnati is going to have to do a lot here soon as they're setting up.
Swapping up for a May and a Lucio, but
Akron,
I don't know if that's going to be the answer.
Akron pushing forward, using that Sigma shield to set up one defensive point while using the Elite Syra.
Carbon goes down. Water deep's already gone. May down as well.
Jaden trying to do a little bit of cleanup, unable to land any of the final kills. Shu getting taken out though, Palu getting taken out, Windmill getting taken out. Not a lot of time left. Shu kind of the last man standing right now.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 20 seconds
Just
left.
pausing it enough. Palu and Windmill doing the best they can. But wow, Jaden is just holding on to that point, not letting anyone get away from him. Gravity well isn't going to be enough. No, it's not.
Oh, not without immortality. That little lamp's just going to keep shining.
But can they commit to that final few meters?
Almost less than 1 meter left with just under 3 minutes. 20!
Jaden's just making a showing of this. Cincinnati bring in the Divas, attempt to switch it up. Mop Top trying with the Diva is unsuccessful.
I think that's the first Diva we've seen.
Second.
Second?
Yeah, we saw one as a joke pull towards the end of a map, but whoo, Akron.
Okay, well,
All right.
Switching sides.
Putting on a masterclass of how to manage a payload. Never dipping off of it for too long. When you lose somebody, getting them back on as quick as you can, but taking up that space and covering for what they're losing. And that's what happened here. And actually, as you guys can see, 2 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock. Cincinnati able to do a couple gap holds, a couple little spots, never necessarily stopping it fully, but always slowing it down. And again, that might be enough. It's not
maybe.
Like, it's not like it was a full 4-minute clock at the end of it. It's not like, you know, it's not like they have a ton of time, but
I think their hope now is just that their offense is far superior to their defense. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing. I don't think their defense was bad, but Akron seemed to just have every letter of whatever they had.
SMG, Chu, Windmill Palu, Mop Top and Carbon, hoping that they can really force Akron into an uncomfortable position. But Akron seems to be right at home here on Route 66. Can you hear the audio of the sandwich getting eaten?
I usually get most of my team back alive.
I can smell it,
Yeah.
and that's bad enough.
10 seconds left. Akron setting up pretty close. Now we saw this earlier out of them. They set up in that train car and it did come back to bite them. They got a little too clustered in. Now they're setting up not as close, but still within the danger zone. So let's see if they're able to adapt and pull back when need to. University of Cincinnati repositioning, setting up using that train car as cover to wrap around the backside. Bad shield placement, allowing Jaden to just shred through those shields without ever having to take the risk of a hit.
Shu's got to be careful popping up over top like that.
They're using the rocks and the shield to their advantage, they're using the map to their advantage, but is it enough to actually be able to capture the point? I don't know.
don't think this is going to be...
Akron's doing a pretty good job of using the map for their own benefit, so it seems to be a pretty equal trade here when we talk about placement. Carbon sitting up to try and get credit, but Jaden's getting dual trade, lose a Bastion, lose a Bastion. Now with both Bastions down, now it really comes up to your DPS player, the remaining DPS can Chew versus, Chase, who will win 3-2, and it looks like Chew managing to just force back University of Akron.
All right, props, Cincinnati. You got yourself out of the first hurdle, but now you've got to sprint. You've got to...
At no point during that first push coming out of Akron did they ever slow down for as long as Cincinnati has now.
No, not at all.
Not a full stop, at least. Again, Cincinnati did a good job of slowing the progression. Big rush, but a good stun to counter it.
Still, the damage was done. It might be enough. They're still moving the point. Now they're moving.
That's good.
My ultimate is charged.
All right, now they're still moving that point. This is good.
First point
this
captured.
is good.
4 minutes left.
You're right, Fox. A lot of babysitting, and I don't think they're wrong to do so.
I think honestly, having seen what happened before from Akron, I think I don't need a babysitter. I think never leaving that point. And if we think about how Akron played when they were pushing, granted they would work that placement, but someone was always on Taylor with the shield. Shredded. Magic doing the best to absorb as many of those shots as possible. Getting that shield up. But Shuffle getting smoked.
I think that might have been a little bit of a misplay by Akron stepping up around that corner, even when Carbon
Dr. Smiles getting slotted. Carbon is doing just an insane amount of work, and again, offensively, we're seeing very impressive work from both of these teams. Defensively, I don't think that we're seeing bad plays.
No.
I just think we're seeing not utilizing the best advantages that we can. And there it is, the second point, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left.
I think this is actually faster.
This is a little bit faster than Akron had.
I think Cincy just needed to get a little bit of the slog out of their system.
Maybe this is the offensive. There's a big gravity well from Mop Top, slamming it down. Counter gravity well.
Jaden's down.
There's a blizzard.
Same with Magic. Pretty even trade so far, but they've still got the cart.
Chase trying their best to slow down the progress. That's what May's good at. That's why a lot of people hate May. It's a lot of that slowdown game. It is a strong play. Although a solid stun out of Magic.
I mean, yeah, I think it happens.
Good job. Focus, come in, absorbing some of the damage.
Akron just keeps taking steps back. Like, these walls are okay, the shields are popping up all right, but they're just not stalling.
Carbon holding on to go. 2 Bastions, both with their ult, ready and set up. The question is who's going to drop first? Who's going to utilize it best?
I like this spot.
Good solid spot to get it around that corner edge.
We're going to see a tank drop, or is he going to hold on to it?
No, Jaden's being smart, letting them fall back. Don't waste it just yet.
So this is the first time that they've actually stopped the payload.
Uh,
and stopped payload and pushed them off.
Yes. Cincinnati having to do a full reset, take your moment, pulling back.
Gotta be careful with these pokes, though. That's a nice wall.
Chew having that blizzard ready is really important right now. Oh,
that was cool.
yeah, good save from Chew. Carbon trying to get those angled shots a little bit hard, popping that ult.
Some of these wall and blocks are pretty alright. Actually, a lot of these have been everything.
All play has been choice. Magic getting eliminated. Chu doing a really good job again, editing the wall, dropping the blizzard to try and clear that point, doing a decent job with the gravity well combo. Jaden's still up somehow.
Loss.
But finally goes down. Unfortunately, it's not fast enough. As Cincinnati still having to deal with Shuckle. Shuckle getting taken out as well. Payload moving forward. 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Close match between the two.
Nice
a
separation.
Good wall, just anything to delay at this point. Getting up close and personal with that Sigma is always a strong choice. Into those tank space, forcing them to deal with you, forcing them to manage their movement.
It's an interesting swap. Jason's now going with speed and grid. Tracer! And he's going to have the ult here anytime now. So, not necessarily a bad swap.
Dr. Smiles setting up for that ult as well.
Albeit now he's back on to Bastion.
Dr. Smiles has that. The nice thing about Baptiste and his ult is you've got this long view. Really, this is it. All he has to do is wait for that moment. The second they start to poke their heads around,
60 seconds.
they don't have much time left. Even just to get that space, just to move up to the actual payload. There's not a lot of time. Good solid wall coming out of Team Cincinnati. Chu holding onto that blizzard, trying to make it work.
Still, with only 40 seconds left, I can't help but think that maybe this is a little too late. The stall might have been enough.
There's that blizzard drop though, but it might be too little too late.
30 seconds.
Jaden's still surviving. Jaden getting dropped out. Immortality field.
Didn't work.
Dr. Smile doing his best, staying in the back line, but unable to get around Chu.
Chu is just taking them to town.
Cleaning out that black line, keeping away any choice that they have from healing.
12 seconds. Oof, they got to keep moving that payload.
Jaden doing the best they can with that Tracer. Just didn't dodge, but we're in overtime now, and I don't know that they have a choice.
I don't know. And with Chu down, that's a lot of their power. I think that's it.
Nope, they get back on it for
All right,
overtime.
Art.
Yeah, no, he's still there. He's still there. He's still there. University of Akron holding up.
Oh, he's got a touch.
A little bad charge, that's all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter because you're able to hold back University of Akron. Woo!
You have,
Woo!
my boys, you had me worried. Oof.
La.
So I think they found the pace a bit.
Who?
Akron. I think they found the pace.
Duh. Yeah, no, duh. That was.
Or was that Cincy running out of steam?
No. I genuinely believe Cincinnati's putting on a great show as well, but no, that was by no means is that Akron like getting into rhythm. Akron's in rhythm. Akron's been in rhythm. Cincinnati just is trying. It feels like playing catch up.
Up until that, the last 20 meters.
But the last 20
they were just trucking.
But the last 20 meters is designed to be difficult. That's not University of Cincinnati necessarily like losing. Like, you know what I mean? That's not them losing steam. The map is designed that last 20 feet, that last home stretch right around that curve, right after you get past the truck, is hell. It is a nightmare to get through. You've got the defensive team funneling from both sides. You've got these high levels where they can get the angle down on you, then get the high ground. It's designed for that. I don't think it's Cincinnati running out of steam. I think Cincinnati put in a good skill. I think the map worked towards Akron, but let's think about Akron's push. Akron's push was the exact opposite.
Yep.
They hit a little bit of that tread, but again, the map is designed to give this kind of ebb and flow, and I don't think they ever really slowed down.
So was there any mistakes on Cincinnati's part then in that second round? I don't know that there was.
I think maybe maybe just the use of ult economy. They were, again, both teams kind of firing them off as they need them. They were working on the combos, though. We saw the gravity well with the blizzard. We saw the tanks being held for just the right moment. So I don't think really there's much that you can say went wrong with either team. I just think Cincinnati got outplayed in this one match, and hard. Whether or not it's how it's going to continue into the next match, don't know. We've seen Ilios being a real game changer for these teams today. So maybe when things start shifting up, we'll see a different match, but I can't tell you off the top of my head.
I don't know.
But speaking of, we're going into Ilios here for map 2. Team Akron versus Team Cincinnati, a.k.a. University of Akron versus University of Cincinnati.
All right, I got you.
How you feeling, chat? How's your heart rate? You good? Mine's not, but I just always am.
There's a lot of self-deprecation going on today.
That's how comedy works. You're not plaid yet. Okay.
Well, you're not trying
You're
hard
not trying
enough.
hard enough. This is a look. This is a distinct look.
It's a design.
It's interesting. You know, usually when we do tournaments like this, there are a couple of matches that are like just clear shreds through. We haven't seen that up till now, but we kind of just saw it. That's kind of what just happened. Cincinnati was not able to hold their own versus Akron.
But I think, you know, you're probably right, though. Ilios, that has
It's a
been
game changer.
It's been a turning point.
We've seen some weird twists coming out of Ilios. It's a very different feel. It's a different map.
I just realized why I've been so uncomfortable this whole time. I've been sitting on my keys. Ugh.
Rookie.
And there's nothing new with that.
I
This
know.
is just, it'll never change.
So can we take a look? I'm looking over our producer. Can we take a look at the teams yet? Yes. Let's take a look at the teams. University of Cincinnati. Carbon doing some amazing work with Hanzo, and when he was running Bastion, really putting out some strong work out of University of Cincinnati. Mob Top, really some choice placements of shield, really doing a good job of like managing his placement, managing their location and their shield usage. It can get really dicey, especially when we talk about those shield tanks, of managing that shield placement. So a really strong showing out of them. Switching on over to Akron. Jaden just smoking it.
Oh, yeah.
Just destroying.
Which I think we still have to give the props. He's been doing phenomenally, but his team has been supporting him the whole time because he couldn't do that by himself.
Well,
although we saw a few times where he did it by
So
himself.
let's not ignore Chase. Chase doing some fantastic
Good Lord,
work
man.
with just support damage, right? It's finding the Jaden, running that Bastion. Okay, you smoke him, you get him scattering. I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna pick up what's left.
I'm gonna serve
work.
and you're gonna set.
That's right. Getting into Ilios, University of Akron with the lead 1-0. Going into this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Okay, so we got a Reaper with Carbon.
Touch from afar.
Stun has got a McFisto. All right. Jaden going Reaper as well. And getting melted for.
Standard opening.
Yeah.
Akron working to get on that point, not adapting to Chu though. Chu just sneaking in his back lines.
Reaching out and touching people.
Again, this is the thing. Always have to be conscious of the verticality of this game. The game is not just two-dimensional, it's three-dimensional. And so you have characters like Farah. Gotta look up. And unfortunately, Akron doesn't seem to be looking up as Chu is just bopping.
I don't think they watched or listened to the stream. Because what did we say before?
Look up.
Just look up.
Just look up.
Just look up.
It's like 90% of how you deal with Farah.
Given they didn't have a
hit
lot of
scan.
great, given they didn't have a lot of great answers for it.
Yeah, but Chu already has, Midtown has the Coalescence as an answer for it, but Chu having that barrage up early, healers I get having their own stuff. Farah, you know, you should be answering it.
Nice, interesting early burn with the Coalescence.
Yep, but Chu trying to keep alive, unable to. Good, solid push coming out of the University of Akron. And University of Akron is going to take that point.
UC is going to come back with a lot of ult, though.
The experiment is ready.
Yeah, almost 5 ults now going into it. If they just wait a little bit longer, the windmills get better.
SMG is going to get that in just a sec.
Enemies in our orbit.
Doing a little poke from distance. Good stun.
That's a nice pull.
That is getting some really nice stuns actually this whole match. I wanted to mention him earlier when we were looking at it when we got back into the game. Magic has got some stellar stuff. We talk about how difficult that boulder can be, but Magic's done a good job of it. That being said,
shy of that one rock, they're still not doing much against Chu.
And
oh,
there's something that hurts when they drop the spray. University of Cincinnati, holding fast, tying it up now.
I am empowered.
Yeah, that felt like a nice, steady rebuttal by UC. They didn't seem to struggle much. And really, even though they went through half of their ult, Akron didn't get much ult out of it either.
Activating the barrier.
Around. Doing the gravity well.
Again, they're not looking up.
Oh, there's the barrage. Whoa! Huge barrage! Taking out half of that University of Akron.
Oh, indeed.
And now Mop Top doing some cleanup on what's left over.
Graphitic flux is upon us. What a curious.
There it goes. Whoa.
This is their last chance, I think.
Cincinnati able to hold it. I think the Akron's probably got one push left in them. Let's see if they can do with it.
Well, they need to hustle up. 4%. 3.
Stun it with that Deadeye. Is he going to get a chance to use it before? Oh, wraps it. There it is. Nothing.
Whole lot of nothing.
That's the danger whenever you use that Deadeye. There's no guarantee to it. Trying to do that hit scan, take out that pharmacy combo, unable to lock it down as Chu just keeps backing up.
Okay, there you go.
Palu finally getting taken out. And there's a capture from Akron. This is what they needed. They needed that capture point.
I like the cockiness of stun up there with the shot, step back behind the pillar, spray, shot.
Chu setting up. Mop Top just holding back a little bit, pulling that shield back in. Jaden waiting with that Death Blossom, just giving the opportunity. He keeps peeking. He's waiting for that back to open up. He's waiting just to get in and drop it.
But is he going to get the chance? Oh, maybe now.
Maybe there it is. But unable to get much value out of it. Chu coming in with the barrage, but again getting taken down by SMG with that Coalescence. We got dueling Coalescences going across the board. How do you pluralize Coalescence? Coalescences?
Yes?
Double Coalescence thing. Like a double rainbow. I'm only making these jokes because honestly, it's 99% 5 kill streak. We're in overtime. At this point, University is just struggling to stay alive, unable to, running in with the Diva as that speed, that speed contest, but there goes Baby Diva getting shot in the head by Reaper. Carbon doing a good job. Drops both guns. Oh, and then wastes the Death Blossom just for show, just to make it sting.
So, albeit that was close percentage-wise, it didn't feel like Cincy struggled much. Felt like they took that at their own pace.
I think that's
and
you being
Akron
generous.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, We're unbiased.
Are we?
We're supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
You should be at peak performance levels.
Carbon trying to make me vomit. Succeeding.
Oh?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture.
Down man. Ducking forward. We'll see that happen. Making their way. Not going straight for the point. Wrapping around. Trying to get a little bit of that damage. Setting up the neck corner. Looking to catch Cincinnati off guard. Unable to do so. Cincinnati is able to peek him around the corner. Now he's going to straight crawl from space.
Akron pushing a little bit more aggressive. Backing off towards the point.
Now point open. Straight to capture it. They don't want to go too far back. They don't want to give too much space. Chu already with a barrage as he fires it down.
Again, Akron
Gets one.
Look up!
Gets one. Able to take down Akron's Lucio. Dr. Smiles couldn't get away from it in time. Shuckle's getting taken down by Chu as well. Chu getting into that tight corridors with Jaden as a Reaper. Not an easy fight to get into. But between that, Magic, and Dr. Smiles, they're able to manage him pretty well. Jaden kind of getting into a setup point, waiting for them. Hoping, I'm assuming that they're going to come out through that balcony.
Still, really no answer for Chu. It seems like they're more or less ignoring him.
And they don't really need to right now. They're keeping their distance. Granted, he's getting some fires on him, but all they're doing right now is all these little pokes are generating ults for their healers. Coalescence is firing. The barrage is up. Chu, is he gonna make it to payload? Like, is he gonna make it worthwhile? There's the good lockup. There's 1-2, but taken down by Coalescence.
3 down for Akron, 2 for Cincy.
But since he's nowhere near the point of this,
Already almost 50% for
and
Akron.
just now, is Cincinnati getting up. Up until this point, this entire fight had been happening on that edge, up right front near that first entryway. And only just now is Cincinnati trying to get on point, but unable to lock it down. As Dr. Smiles is just keeping the distance long enough for the rest of his team to pile in behind him while they were all focusing. That being said, Cincinnati doing a good job of milling down what was left over. Bit of a waste of Coalescence, unfortunately, coming out of.
Yeah, they're gonna wish they had that Coalescence here in a sec.
All economy leaning a little heavy towards Akron.
Shuckle and Magic. And there goes Magic right there.
Just about to get it. Midtown also about to get it. Mob Top waiting on his.
My ultimate is charged.
Palu doing a good job of keeping Chu alive. Can't acknowledge how strong Chu's doing if you don't acknowledge Palu. Just really keeping him alive.
Magic, or not Magic. Yeah, Magic looking for those snipes. Good takedown.
Little fist to the face coming out of Dr. Smiles.
And this may
Lock
clinch it.
And they've got probably like 2 pushes left.
If that.
If they're fast enough, they're all respawned up. We've got the pharmacy with the Valkyrie and the barrage.
Heroes never die.
And I can hear it from here. You can hear Akron recognizing and calling out Chu's placement. Chu seems to be the target that they need to be focusing more on. There's the barrage, but gets
Is that
2
enough
down.
value?
We're into overtime. I don't think it is. Akron guys 4 on point versus 1 from Cincinnati. Cincinnati losing theirs. There goes the overtime clock. And it is not fast enough as Lucio is able to boot Hammond away and take this point. It is 1.
Score 1-1.
Well, props Akron. That was a good show.
Now, do we see a road? Come on. Come on. What are you going to do?
Oh,
You got to just
don't be
stay
boring.
the same. I say that as Jaden has switched up to McCree. Stun now running the
Needed a doctor?
Farah in response of only a second. Chu and Apollo doing a great job.
1. Round 3. Capture.
All right. So Jaden may try and answer Chu here.
Observe the barrier.
Dr. Smiles switching over to Mercy makes me believe that we're going to see some pharmacy for our Ooh! Oh! Big pull. That was a close, a good, solid poo out of
Oh, what a bit.
Good solid poo?
Yeah.
Good solid pull
Oh, we
out
got
of
one.
Chuckle.
Mop top down the hole.
Oh! Ooh! A catapult rock coming up. It's going medieval on it. Stun 8. Trying to answer that call. Trying to answer that pharmacy with the pharmacy of his own. Dr. Smiles keeping him alive. But Palu's able to get away. Unfortunately, Chu is not. As Chu goes down. Cincinnati regrouping, pulling back. University of Akron just keeping a little bit of distance, a little bit of pressure.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Chat, thank you.
Yeah, did you not know that? He explained that to us when we took his pictures.
So peanuts.
Backwards. Yeah, but I asked him how he pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that.
Sorry, we got so distracted with wordplay.
I mean, nothing's really gone down. It's been pretty even keel.
Well, you say that as Cincinnati's pushing really hard to capture this point, doing a little bit of trading backwards and forwards. Windmill doing a good job of keeping that shield up, doing a good job of displacing the enemy tanks. Those holes are just where they need you, but unfortunately it's not enough to deal with Stun 8. Peanuts!
Oh, down the hole. Garbage.
Oh, I also just realized that if we yell peanuts, it sounds like a word we shouldn't say on air.
Damage increase. I am power.
Peanuts! Getting ready!
I will not waste this
Trying to answer the Chu call.
opportunity.
Chu doing a little bit of just this long-range poking, just trying to build up that ult. Well, he already has the barrage. Windmill having Windmill! You gotta be more careful about that. That's the second time that's almost happened with that entry.
No, you gotta be more aggressive.
Run faster right into them. Windmill doing a good
They
job.
won't expect it.
Turning through those shields, shredding through them, they're trying to capture. I will admit, Cincinnati's been real close to capturing this for some time. They've been sitting on this point pretty steadily, not really giving the leeway of like getting a complete knockoff. But that being said, there it is. They finally got it.
But holy cow, that took so long.
But a full team kill coming out of Cincinnati.
Repositioning.
Maybe you were right. Maybe it's just a steam game. Maybe University of Akron is just running out of steam. And Cincinnati's just keeping their distance and building it up. But that being said,
Hey man, lactic acid buildup that's rough.
Where does it go?
I thought you were gonna make a steam versus.
Look, I'm not gonna make a peanuts joke.
I said steam versus battle net. Back to the match. Trying to push it. Carbon doing a good job of getting smoke. SMG keeping their distance, keeping people alive. Cincy's sitting on it. And again, here's the thing. We can't write out Cincy just because they got to that 99%. It's not necessarily an easy thing for us to write it out. They're holding at that point pretty well.
Look
It's
at that.
real close. They're contesting it. It's 1-1, 3-1, 4-1. Oh, and
you
we're
gotta
into
get on, you
overtime.
gotta get
You gotta
on.
touch it, Cincy. You're gonna live. Nope.
Look at that ragdoll.
Victory.
Clunk.
Akron taking Ilios.
Bacon Chicken, if you have watched or listened to any of this stream, you would know that we would never be given such responsibility.
God, no. No one would trust us with any details.
I can list probably at least 5 reasons why, just in the past 10 minutes, why we would have.
I mean, we worked for them.
It's true.
We have worked.
It's true. It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, University of Cincinnati, 0. University of Akron, 2.
They had an all right showing a couple times there, but Akron just seemed to always have an answer.
They did a good job at Ilias. They did a solid job at Ilias.
You know, as soon as they started looking up.
Right? Like, I sound like an idiot sometimes, but I'm being genuine. Verticality is so important in this game. They don't design characters that can fly for no reason. I mean, even when we talk about, let's ignore Pharah for a second. Even when we talk about characters like you got your Winston, when we talk about the huge space that he can cover in the jump, when we talk about Hammond and the swinging, you have to be conscious of spatial movement and your 3 dimensions. And unfortunately, you know, they're not. Their DPS is focusing. I get it. You want to focus on healers first, and then you want to focus on tanks. But Pharah is not a thing to ignore, and the pharmacy combo is not hard, is not an easy kill.
Well, it's not an easy kill, and unfortunately, yeah, they're not looking up, but it seemed towards the end there that they just weren't getting as much value out of that combo as they really needed.
And again, it's the relationship between, am I doing this to build ult? Am I sitting back and popping to build ult? Or am I doing this for a purpose beyond just, I don't know, to get a barrage? Because we've seen it. Barrages are doing work. Chu had a couple of great drops, but he's only getting 1, maybe 2 kills. And is that a full trade for devoting that much time to raising a barrage?
Well, and usually every time that he dropped the barrage, he got smoked right there.
Exactly.
So.
And the other side of that is, when you're doing these long-distance plays, all you're doing is feeding that healer ult. And look, there's obviously benefits to having a barrage over a Valkyrie, but you can't ignore the fact that you're giving them a Valkyrie, or you're giving them a sound barrier, or you're giving them a... Well, we actually haven't seen any really strong nano boost plays. We haven't seen a single nano boost.
We did, but it wasn't super strong, and that was in Ashland, Akron.
No.
Route 66, like first round.
Noombody! Getting into the first of our hybrid matches.
Akron
Between Akron
was
and Cincinnati.
strong here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Akron did a good job. It was consistent pushing. Again, the thing that we feel... All right, we get it, there are trees here. Well, actually, why am I defending? You're the idiot.
No,
keep
going.
Trees.
Keep going.
No. There are trees. And broken robots. Akron made a good showing here. Akron was consistent. Cincinnati, we haven't actually seen on this map yet. Us personally, on the street.
No. But up to this point, it's been a bit of a struggle.
But we seem to be seeing a similar layout. We're getting Carbon Rock in the Hanzo, Paulo with the Mercy, SMG, the Baptiste, and then DPS running, Bastion, Windmill running, Larissa. You're seeing basically a clone match, only Carbon answering the need for that verticality.
Interesting that Stunape is waiting along that backside.
Not leading, not poking. Now coming in, trying to dip, getting a couple of shots.
Ooh, nice pull.
Nice pull, but unable to. Oh, nope, never mind. Made it work. Stunape just doing those dips. Those little dips to push. Keeping some distance. Paulo doing a good job of keeping him alive. Jaden opening fire on those doors. Just keep shredding. I mean, fortunately, it's just kind of, situating and holding down the trigger, but he's doing a great job
Might be their step down now.
Mop Top getting eliminated. SMG getting eliminated. Losing a tank and a healer. Tank just spawned back in with Arissa.
Yeah, and there's the cleanup crew.
There's the second point. They're going to push forward a little bit, but nope. Too little, too late.
Akron found the steam, and they just... Yeah.
Yeah.
Escort the payload.
All right. Cincy, you got to figure something out here. Cincy playing way back. Not much aggressiveness here. Really, none of these folks doing anything.
Keeping on point. Building a pretty solid foundation. Stunape Looking to get the flank around.
Yeah, Stunnape totally
No one seems to have noticed that he got around, taking putting some damage on Chu. Not able to lock it down though. But taking out Paula, there it is. Palu, Chu, Carbon, Windmill, all 4 down. Cincinnati has nothing to answer for this.
I think this might be a straight through push. I don't know why Cincy didn't expect for the wraparound, but the fact that it happens. Ooh. And yeah, putting Jaden down front like that is just going to wreck shop if he gives him a chance. But maybe they're going to, yep, looks like they're just going to sit back and wait for a sec.
Right beside you.
Amazing that we just noticed that now.
That, you know, made me feel better about saying the wrong
Should be
thing.
at peak performance.
It wasn't my fault. No. I mean, so.
I like this idea by Akron of pushing up and then stepping back.
Trying to just bait them into moving forward, baiting them out of position.
And looks like it's gonna work.
Maybe, but again, they still have that corner, they still have that car. Palu getting in with the respawn, able to resing, but not necessarily really that strong. Smiles popping the bouncer. Down man.
Well, there you go. Akron's got all the alts now. I think that's what they wanted. That 5 alts. Cincy might get another one.
Yeah, but Chu's sitting on that barrage still. Not easy mold to handle. And Jaden just shredding through.
Yeah, I think that's what they were waiting for.
There it is, there's 4.
And it's going to go uncontested.
And there it is,
Slides on
team
in.
kill, and there it is, push in. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left.
I think that was their plan all along. Step back for a sec, just build up the alts, and if you get lucky, sure, wipe them there, but...
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Cincy,
Cincy is...
the ball's in your court, and Akron is guarding you man-to-man.
Cincy, now is the time when you got to step up. You don't have any more options. This is your last chance, and you've got a job ahead of you.
I didn't realize that Sigma owned Bot Couture.
Is that there?
Yeah. Well, I have no idea if it's actually connected, but it's the shop is named Sigma. Color scheme is all wrong.
Well, wait, no. Well, no. I'm thinking about the lore. Doesn't seem right.
Ready for battle.
No, I mean, not really. But kind of a fun thing to think about, I guess.
Never worry about my safety.
Carbon punching the air out of it. Understandably so.
Yeah, I
Good.
You're right. Stealth tactical spraying.
Calculations are correct.
Hello.
Sometimes I'll just take one of the sprays that's like the exact same shape and size, like depiction of the character I'm playing, and put it up on a wall that's like kind of hidden by a bush. It never works.
10.
Alright, we see Akron setting up in that same kind of tree spot, same place, that same position, and it looks like so far. So this is loot.
Yep.
But it seems like Cincinnati is responding in kind. Little pokes from Chu. Trying to force them out of place. Unsuccessful in doing so.
Close
But
though.
a couple of good shots out. As the rest of the University of Cincinnati
there it
is dropping in
goes.
below, forcing Jaden out of place. Good use of that immortality field, but isn't going to be enough to keep his team from really wiping here once it lines out. Jaden threw his
may have
shred, but a solid stun.
See, I think it might have bought them enough time, but
Nope.
maybe not.
Mob Top able to stun. Jaden is kind of the quintessential use of that stun. I mean, you see a Bastion undefended by a shield, you stun him and then smoke him, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly one of the major plays that made this happen.
Good job, Cincy. I think they've got a little bit of their steam back. Let's see if they can keep it up. Because already Akron is moving up and playing much more aggressively than Cincy was. All the economy is pretty even keel, but Akron is holding steady. Window and Chew down. Akron barely phased, forcing Cincinnati to take a step back and regroup. Well, this is a little worrying that Cincy's getting stopped right at this first corner. But I think this is maybe what Akron's game plan was.
It's an easier defense point. You've got a little more verticality. And it's also less of an expected defense. What that first point is that it's kind of really don't have too many choices when they're setting up the defense there. So you're kind of expecting the response of they're going to start firing at you openly because it's the best spot. Here, there's less of that. You have more variety and more options, and I think that's kind of what Akron was hoping for, is just, you know, give him a little more variety, force him to stay. But I say that as Cincinnati's doing a great job of just pushing forward. Akron's not even competing with it at this point. There goes a Bob to try and delay it. But Chew just raining down that barrage from above. 4 members of University of Akron taken out by Chew. Carbon having his tank mode ready. Ready for that ult. Poking in the corners.
Nice pokes from Chew. Not really sure what Akron's game plan is here.
Looks like they're kind of going to wrap around using that building as cover. Firing through the woods, but there's no one on point. No one's touching the payload. It's just drifting along. They managed to stop it a little bit, but just in time for Carbon to drop the ult. Burning through Shuckle. Shuckle able to somehow stay alive.
Akron better get more people down on that point. Marissa won't be able to hold that forever.
Windles responding with a booster of their own. There goes Shuckle. Magic doing their best to stabilize, but
less than 2 meters.
Just a few moments of scraping Orisa, taking down Orisa, but also getting eliminated, and there it is. Whew, okay, we got a 3-second difference.
All right, so since he found their steam on attack, Akron doesn't seem to have found their steam for defense.
But Akron's just... So here's the question. Going into this next round, my question is, does the energy of Cincinnati overbeat the technical skill of Akron? Does this steam push far enough that Akron can't handle it? Or can Akron...
The underdog always wins, Jake. Come on, we gotta...
I don't know who that is.
It's obviously Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. They're both colleges. Cincinnati on defense. Setting up. I gotta imagine they're going for the same thing. We have not seen a ton of variance in this opening from a defensive state. And I don't imagine that we ever are. At least not today.
I don't think so.
Carbon is switching.
Keep talking.
What am I doing?
Keep talking.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry. Don't you worry
Okay,
about
cool.
it.
Whatever. Carbon changing out of Hanzo before. What else has he been? A couple other things, but now switching up to that Ashe. Bob, very powerful on this map. The ability to just chuck him towards the enemy, those long stretches is very nice now. Stun 8 working. Just get a couple of pokes in. No real shield coverage until just now. Only barely getting that little bit of coverage, but not enough as Stun Ape is able to just get that corner. A good revive from Palu.
But is he going to be
no
down
shield
long
up to
enough?
protect him. Chew able to survive that first onslaught, but Akron already has 2 ults prepped and ready to go.
Where does it hurt?
Stun Ape again, just doing those little pokes, those little bits of damage, and manages to take out Chew and Mop Top.
I think that might be it.
Cincinnati
Ooh.
behind in numbers.
Just
Whoa, there's
melting
a
through.
was okay, but just cleaning out. There's one.
And two, and I think
Two,
they're
and
gonna
I
let him
don't
get three.
think Cincinnati's gonna even try to touch it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Escort the payload.
All right, Cincy. You got 2.5 minutes to hold him, to set yourself up. This is definitely an uphill battle right now.
Stun Ape doing a good job of ducking out from behind that building, opening a couple of shots out just to weaken the shields and then dumping back behind. Jaden just
Still, cheese grating.
shattering. And again, we can't talk about the quality of Jaden until we acknowledge the fact that the shield tanks are doing such a good job of keeping him alive.
Shuckle and Magic just
In
putting it
combination
out.
with Dr. Smiles.
Good rock. Good rock.
Good rock.
Just a little too late. Yeah. Akron's just, they've got the answer right now.
Dr. Smiles keeping his teammates alive, ducking forward to get that pharmacy combo. Missing that jump a little bit, but that happens.
See, those are the jumps that don't matter.
Yeah, that's
though.
right. They don't know
Those
it's
are
cutting.
just style hops.
Jaden sitting down on post. Stun Ape waiting for them to kind of creep out of that top balcony, but it doesn't look like they're going to do it. They're going to hold back at this corner.
Minute 20.
They're not going to give them that kind of ground. They know that if they overextend themselves, they run the risk of just losing this entire match. So they're going to hang back, play more defensively and more cautiously, just keep raining down damage from above and the sides.
Time is on their side. Just about 60 seconds.
That being said, the payload is still moving forward. They have not yet been able to stop it, and they keep just losing just one or two. They're down both DPS right now, and both tanks and healers have to keep this thing from moving. Palu getting smoked as Carbon and Chew both come back into play. But that immortality field is making it way too difficult to deal with them.
This doesn't
Magic
look good
throwing
for
up the shield.
Cincy.
Magic just shutting down Carbon with a well-placed shield.
That's
Carbon,
a nice rock.
good stun. And there it is.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
So this has gone from an uphill battle to the side of a mountain battle.
It's not going to be easy for Cincinnati to come back from this. Again, their biggest problem is just getting that forward momentum rolling. However, once they got it rolling, as we've seen before, they're able to keep consistency in that. It's just every time they stop, their boulder stops, and it takes a lot of effort to get it moving again. Can they keep it going for the whole 71 meters? I do not know.
Well, we're about to find out.
Let's do this.
And I think, oh, Mop Top going with the bowling ball.
No, he's not. He's just pendulating him. He's just teasing me.
Can I not be? Can a man not dream?
No. He's going to switch out. Going to see him clone war.
That would be an interesting swap, though.
I genuinely believe that on this map specifically, a dive comp is really strong. If Mop Top goes, nope, yep, back to Sigma. You know we're going to get it all day,
Yeah,
so don't even try and look for different characters. DPS will rotate in and out, but for the most part, this is what we're living with. Lucio will come up when we're on Ilios.
I love seeing the same old characters. It's just
Don't. We'll get into a fight. And the internet will run us.
so far they like us, I think.
Like is a strong term. Jaden posting up top. Good, solid boulders fired out of Magic. Doesn't seem to land anyone, but does seem to put a good amount of pressure down on that same spot. Interesting that Cincinnati is not going through the top again. They're not pushing through that same top point. They're using the lower space below. Using more of that coverage. There's less open field
They got the
here.
first tick. It's a brave push.
It's interesting that no one from Akron has managed to drop down yet. They're trying to, but as they do, they're getting slaughtered.
And no, not quite 3.
Not 3, but there goes Dr. Smiles, and there's the payload.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
That was fast.
You got it.
Full team killed. Nice little salute. Thank you, Chew.
Now you just got to sustain. Don't stop.
Believe it.
3 minutes.
Hold on to that feeling of success, Cincinnati. That's as much as I can do without us getting legally sued. Cincinnati, just letting Akron know that, hey, we're here.
And Akron is playing back. They didn't do this last time.
They were a little bit more pro-aggressive. But I think they know that they can really overextend themselves in this moment.
Midtown man is down.
Give them a little bit of the, see, this is what happens. They kind of let them get far enough in and then kind of surround it behind them. Carbon going down, Jaden doing as much as he can.
Shuckle and Magic both down. Favor of Cincy.
Again, that May stall play is so strong.
Oh, I didn't even notice the swap.
Yeah, he swatched out to May, so it's a strong play of just slowing down Cincinnati, and he's been doing a good job of it. Oh, until he gets just beamed in the head by Mop Top. Dr. Smiles going down, also at the hands of Mop Top. Mop Top doing a good job just doing the cleanup.
The payload hasn't stopped much.
Not much, but enough. Hitting this, the second point.
Okay.
1 minute and 40 seconds left.
Here's the next.
This is the final thrush, kids.
Akron's going up top. Is Cincy going to be ready for it? I don't know if they're going to be ready for it.
Oh! With a solid wall coming out of Jaden, forcing that Bastion out of place.
SMG was ready, though.
Isn't quite ready to get the takedown on it, though. Mop Top with a gravity well. Is he going to pop it and try and just... Yep. Nope. Saving it. Saving it.
Cincinnati's holding well. No one's dropped yet. Only
there's that gravity
Akron.
well, popping him up in the air. Only able to manage Magic. Not really able to get a kill down, though. But there goes the double healers from Akron. Dr. Smiles dropping that sound barrier, and Coalescence coming out of Midtown, man.
Now we're down to the wire. 40 seconds, and they haven't fully rounded that corner yet.
And Akron still has full 3 ults.
And now Akron's going to push it. Akron's going to push it up real hard and fast.
They're getting
30
really
seconds.
aggressive. They're not going to let them out of that spawn without a serious fight. They're running a lot of risk here. If they lose any ground, there's a real chance that Cincinnati can get to that point and capture. But by forcing them up front, there's not a ton of time. You kind of have a similar timed out race here.
That was a nice rock.
Jaden do as much as they can from the way.
10 seconds, though. This might be enough.
If you don't let them out the door, they can't make it to the payload.
5,
and that seems
4,
to be the mentality
3,
of
2,
University of Akron.
1. And that's
as they
all.
take it, University of Akron 3-0ing University of Cincinnati. An impressive showing out of Akron. Cincinnati, consistent good work, but just not enough. And we got to give it to Jaden. Just shredding.
Well, not just Jaden.
No, I'm giving it to everybody.
The boy knows what he's doing and what he's about, and I think the rest of his team knows all that too, so they set him up the bar.
Yes.
All around, just solid across the board, Akron. Cincy, yeah, I think they just had your letters.
Yep, they knew exactly what your playbook was, and they kind of just ran with it. So
yeah,
that is it for this match.
I think we play all 4 matches no matter what.
Are we playing all 4 matches no matter what?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so never mind.
Okay.
So.
Oh wait, we have to care now. Oh.
No, not really.
Oh.
Okay, so yes, they are still playing 4 matches.
So now do we see the fun matchups?
I want Hammond. I want Roadhog.
I want Junkrat. We haven't seen Junkrat.
That's fair. We have not seen Junkrat. Brig. Give me my Brig. Give me my
we
Brig.
briefly saw Brig early on.
For like a half a second.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe.
Unfortunately,
maybe
he's locked in as a support. Unfortunately,
Wait, no,
Dr. Smiles is...
Junkrat's is-
Junkrat's the support? Hold this, I'm healing you. Boom! So we are going into match 4.
Yeah,
4.
yeah. Round 4. Map 4.
Map 4. Well, Sky Industries. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be on like about 30% because we've got, 3 more matches?
At least.
And
Hey!
and this one doesn't really matter. So my voice is going to take a bit of a rest because I don't want to cough blood. I got the black lung.
A ball, one trick.
I mean, if they can do it, I think it's shit. Here's the thing. Again, this one's for fun and for show. Cincinnati, swing hard. Cincinnati, swing hard. Akron, have some fun.
Swing hard.
Swing hard,
Yeah.
but have fun.
You
Let's give
know,
full support for everyone on the team. University of Cincinnati doing great jobs. Carbon able to lay down a fair amount of damage. Essems and Paul, or actually that's Paulo. That's spelled wrong. Essems and Paul or SMS.
He said some of the handwriting was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Paulo. I'll correct it for you. Paulo.
PSA, gamers, right? Good. That was awful.
PSA, casters, speak well.
Me talk good.
But Akron Zips doing great work. Shuckle Magic doing fantastic work as tanks. I don't know if we've seen Magic as anything other than Sigma this round.
No.
Or today.
No, he's been.
But let's give props to where it's due. Dr. Smiles and Midtown Man doing a lot of work, especially on the when Jaden's rocking that Bastion and just doing a lot of work to keep them alive. Much props to all members of both teams. This one hopefully will be a fun one, but if not, try again. Let's see a good fight at least.
Traveling to Mumbai.
It's going to be a few minutes
so we're gonna
change it up.
reset.
Yeah, we're gonna reset the map.
Exertion to explain. There were handwritten names on a blank piece of paper. And
Not everyone's handwriting is equally legible.
These are all college kids, which means none of them focus.
Prepare to attack.
We are literally seeing that is not true. We are literally in a circumstance where we are seeing that is not true. But that being said, Palu, I apologize. It says Paul. We are
I
fixing.
feel like Palv is actually kind of a cool.
Traveling to
Yeah, it would be.
Volskaya.
Too bad it's not their name.
Yeah.
Palu is their name, which is equally as cool.
Initiating
I mean, I'm not saying it's any better or worse. I'm saying- Also, it could be like a Latin, Greek thing.
Roman numeral? Is that the word you
There
couldn't
it
think
is. Yeah.
of? Dear Christ. Okay.
I used to be in the medical field and do these things,
He used to take care of people when they were like dying and stuff.
and I sounded exactly the same.
Yep, voice
Not
never changed.
just this, but like the content.
Yeah, the pronunciation's fine. I got it. See, I'm doing my job. I checked with every one of those players and said, how do you pronounce this name? Because I knew I'd see Paul and it would be wrong.
That's illegal.
Yeah, also kind of frowned upon. That's all right. I don't know how to respond to that one.
No, I did not cast people's medical issues. That sounds fantastic, though.
Bill seems to be hemorrhaging. It's only funny to him and me.
Oh, looks like Jim is flatlined. We're gonna have to see if he pulls out in the third.
Chest compressions have begun. Is he going to be able to keep it up to the rhythm
I don't
of
know.
staying alive?
I don't know if Courthouse has got it in him. Looks like that. That
Hunger
medical student.
Games.
Ooh.
All right, esports, all the networks out
No,
there.
no, not Hunger Games. Medical games.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, hit us up.
I'd cast
We
that.
will cast that.
Ooh, I'd cast that in a
Although
minute.
the roles will be a little bit flipped, I'll do the color and you can do the commentary.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll flip that.
Ooh.
What rank are the casters? He's Nada. I run like low tier silver, high tier bronze. You don't need to be good to yell at people about how bad they are.
You should, but
No.
you don't have to.
No. Are you kidding me? With the careers that we've had and the people we've worked with, by no means do you have to be at all. I guarantee there isn't a single guy who's calling the NFL today who could be able to actually, like, take a hit.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
In their prime.
Sure. But there are some commentary guys who can't do what? What do we main? Back in the day, I mained Brig. I can't let go of that. It still feels nice to me. But honestly, more recently, I've been doing. I'm trying to think. Usually Orisa. Orisa's my main.
Can we be more hype this next game?
No.
You know, okay.
Okay, wait,
The dude
let's
that had
explain
the
why.
off-color comment. No,
Yeah.
no, let him back in. Ban this guy.
Ban this kid.
Man.
Solo. Here's why we can't be more hype this game, because we've got 3 more of these that are guaranteed to go to 4 matches. Okay, so it's 12. This one doesn't matter. So I'm gonna let my voice rest. I'm gonna break it down low, sultry. Give these guys a break. They've gone ham for like 5 hours straight. Are you talking? Yeah, us.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get a break. I have a sandwich. No, switch to me. Switch to me. I'm gonna yell at them. I have a sandwich that's been sitting here for like 2 hours. I'm hungry. I haven't had an opportunity to eat it.
I have had 5 potato chips.
This is
and,
my
like,
second
2
full
cups
bottle
of
of water.
coffee and a game fuel that doesn't exist anymore. This is still better than last time. Last time we did this for 12 hours almost straight. It was a 14-hour day,
God,
but we were on camera for about 12 hours.
I don't do drugs, but sometimes when we do this for long times, it feels like I'm doing drugs. Oh, God, I wish. Then we'd have the hype for that 4th game, but right now... Woo! Thanks for peaking the high hell out of that audio. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
RIP headphone users.
This match, University of Akron. That's the best. You guys probably couldn't hear it, but out in the actual audience, we heard the scream resolve. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is just for show. But I appreciate that University of Akron is taking it as seriously as they would, because that would be disrespectful to Cincinnati. We've been disrespectful to Cincinnati, and that is rude.
Have we?
Well, in the
Whoa.
regard that we're like saying you should just throw it.
I have said nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's disrespectful. And
You know, I'm going to double down.
on what?
Throw.
Oh, you were just saying throw it. All right, guys. Cincinnati just continuously walk off the edge of the map.
That would be phenomenally entertaining. Just a Congo line of death off the map in solidarity.
Have we seen JT? We've not switched to JT.
We got a sub.
We got to sub it.
Hey-oh.
Let him get some time on the board. Very nice of Cincinnati. Not to say anything against JT. But Akron, working hard. Tick 1. Coming up on tick 2. University of Cincinnati, sitting back.
2.
Let it happen. There's 2. Coming up on 3.
I am empowered.
Oh, there it goes.
Chase, just poking. Getting those long distance rockets, just causing a little bit of havoc.
Poking and prodding.
Rocking forward.
Cincinnati's just going to set up in between the 2 overbridges. Overlooks. Oh, Christ.
5 hours. Cincinnati doing a decent job, trying to hold back. Chase not really letting them.
And so far, really no answer from. I lied. Chasian taken down.
Chu able to get a couple of good clean kills. Forcing Akron back. Good wall out of Chu. As he takes down Shuckle 100%.
All right.
Jaden teleporting away, trying to not get smoked. Cincinnati is not going down without a fight. They will not walk gently into that good night. They will rage against the dying of the light. That's a poetry joke for all you nerds out there. Nerd. Yeah.
That's actually more of a geek thing, not a nerd thing.
Let's not get into the nomenclature. Because that's more of a geek thing. University of Cincinnati. Trying their best to keep Akron at bay.
Oof. Windmill goes down hard.
Chase bouncing around the map, dropping that barrage, taking out Shoot, taking an SMG, taking out Mop Top.
And that
team
was
kill
probably
goes
enough.
1, 2,
Reinhardt! Run, my boy!
Well, then just play Reinhardt. Play Reinhardt when I can see him play. He's the only one I can, like, cosplay as, which is part of my... Oh, I guess I could go Torb. I'm too tall.
Do I say it?
What?
I'll say it. Roadhog?
Oh, I will straight up punch you. I will just throat punch you right now. I will take that beautiful voice down a peg. You monster. Go to hell.
It was, I'm sorry, that was
You couldn't even like a
low-hanging fruit.
Bastion? Like South... Roadhog. You dick.
I just like that.
Just, do I say it? I think you could pull off a Bastion, though.
I appreciate that the Dylan Thomas quote did not go away. Like, did not go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
You know the first time I ever heard that poem? The Rodney Dangerfield movie Back to School.
Oh, that's a good pull.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That and the... What was the dive he had to do?
Oh, shoot.
The double something. Double Lindsay?
It's like 3 or 4 words in a row, all
Oh,
hyphenated.
so bad. I love that
It's like
movie.
the double, triple.
Barry could be Sigma. Can you do a Russian accent?
Does he?
Well, no, he's not. I'm sorry, not Russian. He's like what? Where's his origins? Now I'm gonna do some. Here, you cast this. I'm gonna do some internet.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm actually of Danish origin through like familial ties. So if
Oh,
he
cool.
is, then yeah, sure.
But can you do the accent?
No.
Jaden posting up again. University of Cincinnati. You know, making a good effort, trying to do a wraparound. See, this is the thing. We haven't seen this wrap back behind. Everyone's gone to that right side when you first walk in through that point. Maybe this is why no one's done it, because it seems like Cincinnati's getting pretty well shredded here.
Yeah. No.
University of Akron's falling back. They've got that second gap. It's nice. That's one of the hard things about this map when you're attacking is there are so many little alcoves or dips that you can go to when you start to feel in danger that don't really lose you a ton of ground. They just are adjusting your position. And that's kind of the tough thing for attacking teams is you have to acknowledge that you're going to sacrifice a lot of open space where you can get hit, you can get shot, whereas defensively it's just slight shifts here or there and you're perfectly safe. You've got that little alcove. You've got that alcove off to the right-hand side. You can even dip back behind that large engine. Chew just kind of doing some goofy pokes. No one really seemed to be paying too much mind until he puts Stormbow out. It puts a fair amount of damage into the enemy teams.
Well, that's just a lot of things on the screen. And a lot of colors.
Mostly just acknowledge Jaden just wiping.
Yep. I was trying to cover it up with other.
Full team kill.
You know.
And look, just the uniformity of that movement.
Yeah, this is what we remarked on before. Just as soon as it's done, boom.
Even now,
reset.
even when the match is all but done,
Drilled in.
it's just muscle memory.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like
Push
it.
off to that left-hand side, not going up into that crosswalk, but instead hanging down below, just wrapping around.
It's a shame that Windmill got picked off. Same with Carbon. Woo. SMG. That was
Jaden's
ballsy.
just shooting at nothing at this point and still doing fine, although he did dive into that Dragon Strike.
No, this was the plan.
It was a courtesy dive.
Yeah.
Are they... I was gonna say, did they let them do that? But it seems like maybe just a well-placed Dragon Strike cleared off that point and allowed Cincinnati to capture.
This also may be their strategy of, you know, we'll still play, but if it comes down to the wire, you know, it doesn't really matter for the points, so we're not gonna waste extra energy and stress on it. Still, I mean, solid plays out of Cincy and Akron so far.
Like I said, the nice thing is it doesn't seem to be that they're taking it any slower. They're still approaching with the same level of intensity.
Ooh, windmill and SMG just melted.
Chase doing a little bit of chasing as he tries to follow up, attacking Bobcop. Jaden pushing a little bit forward.
Yeah. Ooh, Cincy, I think you need to stick together a little bit more than that. Ooh, grab, wall. Kills. Colors. You know, one of the first times that I saw this map, like, I think it was well before Overwatch even dropped.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be like map-based bonuses to individual players.
Why? Because of Zarya?
Yeah, well, yeah, like, you know, oh, this is Zarya's home field. Maybe she gets a bonus, or you know,
that would be insanely unbalanced.
Oh my God, yeah, it would.
I also was super checked out, so I'm glad you said something to me because I was just watching the game at this point.
Nah, I got you. I got you.
Chew doing some little pokes, setting up for that Dragon Strike, doing that little wraparound, trying to get that sideline. Unfortunately, getting spotted and taken down by Bidtown Man.
Yeah, I think Akron's just trying to take it a little easy right here. They've still got 2 minutes to hold this point.
Chase doing a good job of that cleanup with that Blizzard and then following through. However, it's not enough to fully clear the entire team.
Now, see, Stelk, if we stop casting and we get someone else in here, we're just going to let them cast the rest of it. This is, we have to continue our suffering.
Wait, we should call in some casters from the crowd and get it right again now.
Also, there's no way for us to, like, screen them for content.
I mean, to be fair, you've cursed already and then made a donkey punch joke, so.
It's an observation.
Yeah.
That hurts my soul to hear that spoken out loud.
Cincinnati making another push attempt.
Interesting, just sustained fire here from Akron.
Just unloaded completely into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for that young guy.
Just threatening the space. It's not a bad idea, but you know, I worry about the trigger finger. Might get tired. Carbon just about bought the farm from stepping out behind that non-existent shield and did it again and died. Jaden just putting in work as like before.
Some strong shield work coming out of Magic. Jaden live, despite all that crossfire. I do notice that his character took an arrow to the knee. There's a Skyrim joke in there, but I won't make it.
Did somebody take your sweet roll?
Needs to be an adventure.
Like me?
No solo, you don't get into a Discord call and then cast.
Oh God! Ew! Ew!
Yeah, that's awful.
Ew quality.
Also, you've been rude. No.
Yeah.
Going into overtime. Again, guys, we're saving our voices for this. University of Akron doing a decent job of holding off. Cincinnati making that final push, but there's a team kill. And there it is, University of Akron confirming that it was not an accident that they won this match.
Nope. And props to Cincy, giving it your all and keeping it going. Getting some good practice for JT as well.
GG all around.
Sir, I don't think you'll fit this mantle.
Yeah, have you seen us? I got some broad shoulders, bro.
Yeah.
An impressive display from both teams. Unfortunately, Cincinnati just constantly couldn't keep it up. Just couldn't keep up with Akron's ability to put out damage.
I'll
just
be
control the
excited.
field.
I'll be excited if we get to see them in another match against somebody else. See if maybe they can stick it out better against another opponent.
I'm hoping so. I genuinely believe it. But that being said, we're gonna take a short break so we can find
Well,
the rest.
okay. It's a little bit more than a short break.
It's about 15 minutes.
15. So
Stay with us.
or don't. Go take a break. Go take a break.
Leave it on.
Leave it on. Yeah, leave it on.
Yeah, you
Don't-
idiot.
Don't adjust that channel.
There you go.
But
Thank
go
God
drink
that we
some
all have...
water.
No, you just shut us off.